How's it? My name is Gordon Beaming, and in this video I'll be showing you how to set up GitHub Actions using Deployment Center in Azure. I'm a Microsoft MVP for the Developer Technologies category, and if you'd like to find me online, you could head over to beaming.dev, which would link you through to the various platforms. So a quick overview of what GitHub Actions is. GitHub has a way for you to describe workflows based off triggers inside GitHub. So that could be a commit happening, or pull requests completing, or various other triggers inside GitHub. The one we're going to be focusing on today is when a new code is checked in. But basically, what's going to happen as soon as new code is checked into our source code repo, a workflow is going to kick off, and that's going to deploy our code into Azure. And the Deployment Center is a feature that's part of the app services inside Azure, which allows you to easily configure deploying your code into Azure. So obviously, doing the old right-click publish from Visual Studio is a very bad idea because you have no traceability. You could have random extensions installed on your machine, so each time a developer deploys, it could actually be deploying with a lot of uncertainty. So you definitely want to be running your stuff through some sort of a repeatable pipeline, and a Deployment Center helps you with that. So let's jump into a demo. To start off, let's head over to GitHub, and I've got this little repo here called Demo Cloudflare Integration. So the first thing we can do, we can head over to Actions, and if you just take a scroll through here, you can see the different types of workflows that are available to you out the box. And it's really easy to customize this for yourself. So the code that I have here at the moment is .NET Core. So what I could do is go and say set up .NET Core. You can see it's going to create a file for me called .NET-core.yaml in a workflows folder. And if we look for this YAML, it's going to run on Ubuntu agent. It's going to make sure that we have this version of .NET Core installed. It's going to run a .NET restore. It's going to build our app, and it's going to test the app. That would work very fine for us. After this step, we'd obviously have to package the app and then publish it to Azure, which is a couple of extra steps. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to open up this other tab and go straight to Azure. So you can see at the moment our site cloudflare.xyz currently has nothing deployed to it. So we're going to go ahead and open up that web app, and we're going to head over to the Deployment Center. Sorry about that. Our brain's running a bit slow for a second. Okay. See, it's busy loading up GitHub, or my GitHub profile at the moment. Go ahead and click on GitHub and click continue. You can see it has different ways that we can connect into this code. So the more common way that's been available for a long time is you can basically point to GitHub when code's checked in. It'll do a webhook, and your code will get built sort of at the Azure side, and then just deployed for you. But we're going to go ahead and use this GitHub Actions provider, which is currently a preview. We're going to load the organization up, which is the Gordon-Beaming organization, which is my account. When the repo loads up, you can scroll down to Demo Cloudflare Integration. We can use the master branch. The runtime stack is going to be .NET Core, and we can use the 3.1 LTS, and then go ahead and continue. At this point, it tells you, oh, this is pretty much what's going to create. And if you look at these steps, very similar. So here's that .NET build step that we had before. But here we've also got publish and then a deployment step. So we're going to go ahead and click finish with this. that's going to go ahead now and create us some YAML files inside the GitHub side, which we'd be able to go ahead now and take a look at. So if we go across to our repo and just hit refresh, you can see we now have that workflows folder here. If we go into that folder, you can see that a new file was added 23 seconds ago, which looks exactly like that sample that we saw previously. If we head over to actions, you can see that this is currently running sort of that first time run to go ahead and deploy our app. And if we click into that, we can see what the progress of this run currently looks like. And yeah, it's currently completed. I didn't click into it. So yeah, you can see that that finished 10 seconds ago, and it did all the bits and pieces, including the deployment. So now if we go head over here and refresh, this should show us our website. So you can see the name already changed, and there it is, Cloudflare demo. So yeah, that's basically how easy it is to set up your GitHub Actions using Deployment Center. A lot simpler to set up that whole flow. In another video, I'll flow that flow from the GitHub side to show all the different steps that are involved. But yeah, obviously, there's not being a live thing. Can't ask me questions now, but there is where you can find me online on Twitter, LinkedIn, or again, go look at my profile page to see where else you can get me, and then just ping me if you have any questions. Cheers.